We are back, family. We are in South Africa today. You know, South Africa, amazing people. They're very interesting individual in South Africa. Yeah, you know them. Don't talk about a country. Don't talk about a country. Your foreigners must go back to your country. You are not a South Africans. Leave our country. Focus on your country. Don't talk about a country. Yeah, South Africa for you. We are going to talk about you. South Africa is in the news. This time not with good reason. But South Africa has been accused of something that they have been accused of multiple times. Of supplying arms to armed groups in conflict zones. That is why South Africa is in the news. Their ass is now hot like never before. They are being scrutinized. Their government is hot seat or is on hot seat. Yes, that is the right English. Yeah. If you don't know South Africa, that's South Africa at the bottom of Africa. Yes. So we call them South Africa because they are the southern part of Africa. I'll break down the entire detail for you. Somebody will say that, why you from the beginning you said South Africans, they are like, leave us alone, go back to your country. Yes, South Africans, they are people that they don't love or they are not okay when you are a foreigner in their country being a black person. You can only be a foreigner accepted in their country when you are white. Yes, you can deny that fact, but it is the truth. You can deny, you can say whatever you want to say, but it is the truth. If you doubt me, let me show you a video before we even move forward. Very interesting video, very worrisome video from South Africa, where people go to hospital and all of a sudden South Africans invade the hospital, asking their black brothers to leave the hospital once they are not South Africans. Yes. Yes, it's happening. You watch the video.
If you know yourself that you're not South African, please stand up. Please stand up. Please don't try and stand up right now. Stand up. Sister, are you South African? Are you South African? Because we are going to check everybody. Check them. Please, if you're not South African, come with me. Come. Come with me. Come. Sister, come.
Yeah.
Let them go out. But you guys are not South African. Go out. You can go to Unjani, Block P there, or Mutila Hospital. Go. Hey, pass. Because Zimbabwe, you run past and go to. Because Zimbabwe, you run past and go to the border. Hurry. You may not be South African. If you know yourself what you do South Africa, please stand up. If you know yourself that you're not South African, please will confirm. All these nurses and doctors, they are here for South Africans. Get up South Africa. Please stand up. Don't try us. What's that? You run past the border and again.
That is it. That's South Africans for you. The younger generation of South Africans, these are people who maybe they were not born during the time of Free Mandela. They were not born during the time of Free Mandela. They were not born, or they were very small, little kids when people were shouting, "Free South Africans. Apartheid must end." When the whole continent, especially Nigerians, doing everything possible, fighting for their freedom. These were not, some of them were not born. Those guys say, foreigners, go back to your country, go back to your country. You were not born. Some of you were kids, you don't know. And the problem is that, I don't blame you. Your fathers did not tell you that the freedom you are enjoying today, temporarily, yes, I said temporarily. The freedom you are enjoying today temporarily was not fought only by us, by other people on the continent whom you call foreigners today. They also fought with us. They fought alongside. They were part of it. The whole Africa continent fought with you. Nobody rejected you, especially Ghana, Nigeria. Yes, everybody fought for you. But you see, you are not told the truth and you don't know the truth. Some of them are being manipulated by the minority white in South Africa. Yes, and there's a call of Libya, leave us alone. People came to hospital. They did nothing wrong. You are sacking them because you think they are foreigners, and the daughters there, they are there for South Africans. Oh, that is South Africa for you. The new generation we are dealing with, this platform is to tell you the truth. These people don't know the history of the liberation of South Africa. I don't think so. I can't blame South Africans without telling the truth on the other side. Some of you foreigners, as they are calling you, especially Nigerians who go there, you do pretty bad things to them. They have the evidence. Yes, you do pretty bad things. But anyway, that's not why we are here today. I just want to let you understand that is South Africa for you. A new generation who doesn't know the history of South Africa is misbehaving in South Africa. And I don't know where the government is in all these things. Anyway, South Africa is in trouble in the news. That is why we are here. Report says that 4 helicopters, which were supposed to be demilitarized, it means all the military component must be disabled so that the helicopter should not be harmful to civilians, or it should not be a combat helicopter again. Everything harmful, militarized, or military component must be removed. And these helicopters are supposed to be used for civilian purpose. All of a sudden, somehow, anyhow, in the news, these helicopters from South Africa ended up in Libya's war zone. Conflict zone in Libya. They found these helicopters there. And these helicopters are now said to be used by General Khalifa Haftar's forces. This is one of the biggest armed forces in Libya currently. They are taking control of the territories and all that. And General Khalifa is in charge of the National Army of Libya, the armed group considered as the national arm of Libya. I'm not going to go into detail of all these things, but Libya, we know that after the fall of Muammar Gaddafi, it has fallen into complete chaos. Different armed groups has germinated from nowhere, and the fight is on over there. So it's a complete conflict zone over there. So this has caused a big problem for South Africa, because if this is true, it is going to mean that the country, South Africa, might have broken the United Nations arm embargo on Libya, because there is currently an embargo placed on Libya. Nobody can supply arm to Libya. Any armed group in Libya, you are not allowed to supply arm to them unless you are authorized by the UN Security Council on special, authorization. And I don't understand why. When you look at what is happening in Libya, if truly there is arm embargo working in Libya actually, then by this time, all the armed groups should be out of option. But still, these people have arms in their hands. Who is supplying it to them? That's another story for another day. Now, how did the helicopters left South Africa legally and then ended up in the war zone? Let's explain the whole detail. The story starts with 4 aerospatial Gazelle helicopters. They were once military aircraft. These 4 helicopters, they were once military aircraft used by France and Britain. When they came to South Africa, these helicopters landed in South Africa. They were said to be demilitarized, meaning the weapons were removed, and they were registered as civilian aircraft. So when you say civilian aircraft, it is no longer military aircraft. The military can no longer use it for anything. Civilians can use it, those can use it to do all kinds of activities that can help you. Some people even use some of the aircraft for farming purpose and all that. Yes. So because of that, because it is now used or registered as civilian aircraft, they didn't go through the strict military export check that South Africa usually apply to aircraft. Okay, so officially they were approved to be exported. These helicopters, they were approved for export to Jordan in the Middle East. They're supposed to land to be taken to Jordan in the Middle East. And during their journey, something strange just happened on the way. These helicopters were diverted. Instead of going to Jordan, according to the update, they ended up in Benghazi, Libya, under General Haftar Khalifa's control. How? It became a problem. And report also says that one of the planes even stopped at Kenya to Nairobi to refuel. Record also showed that a Belarusian cargo plane helped move this aircraft. So a lot are involved in making sure that the aircraft landed in Libya. So if this is confirmed, investigations are going around it to find out how these things happen. If this is confirmed, it means someone used South Africa's export system to secretly send weapons to conflict zone. This is what happened when your system is weak. After the news broke out, something began to happen in South Africa. Opposition leaders in South Africa started asking serious questions. That is African policies for you. Whenever the government is in some kind of problem like that, the opposition must come in and then be on the defense side. And we are standing for the people. We are standing for what is right. They are always right in opposition until they come to power. Yeah. So the members of parliament from the Democratic Alliance want answers from the ministers, or the minister who is responsible for arm export control. His name is Minister Kubunju. Yes. People say I should be making sure that I pronounce the African names. Yes. So I'm trying my best to pronounce it all. Our names are powerful names. Somebody shout, oh yeah. Yeah. So, and the question, the opposition, they are asking me questions to understand how this happened. Because if the helicopters were originally made for military use, they should have been checked properly before leaving the country. And I agree with the opposition on this. Sending these helicopters to Jordan, only for them to end up in Libya. I mean, this is a complete catastrophic of the image of South Africa. And this is the unfortunate part of the situation. This is not the first time South Africa has faced this kind of scandal. This is not the first time. Earlier investigations found, even it was reported by Business Insider Africa. Shout out to them. Business Insider report that South Africa-made parts were found inside Russian drone used in the war in Ukraine. And this, I found it disturbing. It doesn't make sense to me particularly. I think there is propaganda or there is some foreplay somewhere. Something is not right somewhere. In this particular report by Business Insider, I think something is off somewhere. That South Africa-made parts were found in Russian drones. I mean, it's not clearing. Okay, and that particular discovery made the Western countries, they are beginning to question South Africa's neutrality and the honesty of South Africa following, their rules, which is called the international rule. And the truth of the matter is that is somebody pulling something to make South Africa look bad because they are not taking a stand, they are in the neutral ground when it comes to this Russia-Ukraine vibe? I can't tell. I'm just asking genuine, sincere questions. Now, with this new Libya case, the country South Africa is once again under this pressure. People are asking the question, is South Africa failing to control its weapon? You have weapon in your country, you are not able to control it, it's landing in conflict zones. What is going on? People want to understand what is going on with South Africa. And when you check the story, you realize that the loophole is in the civilian registration. That is where the loophole is. This is how it works. If a weapon or military vehicle is registered as a civilian item, it doesn't go through the same check as military export. No, it is different. So even though it used to be a war helicopter, it can be exported easily and no question will be asked. No too many questions because it is now civilian aircraft, registered as civilian aircraft. And that's exactly what seemed to happen in this case. Somebody used that channel. So currently, this is the embarrassment that the government of South Africa is facing on international level and scrutiny. They are doing a lot of investigation to find out. And if it turns out that South Africa has become victim of sending, this type of things to conflict zone, we don't know what is going to be the consequences, but it's going to be global news. Anyway, I'm going to keep you updated, making sure that I keep you lock in. See you in the next episode, family. Respect.